Hi there and welcome into the Cougar Sports Network as we get ready for baseball here today. Final game of the regular season for College of the Canyons as they take on the Antelope Valley Marauders. Get you right to the starting lineups for both sides. As we'll start with the visiting Antelope Valley Marauders. Cody Rawlings will lead things off today. Drew Watkins will bat in the 2 spot. Then the left fielder Jaden Steinhurst, followed by the designated hitter Elias Frainer. Corner bomb in the right fielder, then Armando Salcedo. Gavin Clinert, the first baseman. Austin Goosen draws into the lineup today. And Jacob Baxter is the shortstop batting in the 9 spot for Dr. Brian Moses and the Marauders, who are 25-13 on the season this year and 11-9 in the Western State Conference South Division, trying to finish out third place in the WSC South as they will face Ricky Sturm today, getting the start for Chris Cota and the College of the Canyons Cougars. Sturm 5-2 with a 4.95 ERA, 56 1/3 this year. He's given up 36 runs with 31 of them earned, just 9 walks and 21 strikeouts, a 1.35 whip, coming off his best game of the season, a complete game shutout of LA, or a complete game, 5-hitter over LA Mission. Gave up just 1 run, struck out 3 in the ball game. Helped Canyons pick up a win. He has been solid over his last 10 with a 4-0 record in 38 1/3 innings pitched. He's given up 39 hits, just 19 runs, though, with 14 earned, only 5 walks and 16 strikeouts, as Sturm has been good this season, as we are just about ready to get underway. He'll have a tough test today. This Antelope Valley lineup, the #1 lineup in the state of California this season, 460 runs for a 356 average as a unit, 512 hits, 130 doubles, 415 runs batted in. They've had 184 extra base hits, 287 walks, all tops in the state, averaging 12.1 runs per on the season, as they have been good this year. Canyons took yesterday, though, an 8-6 victory on the road after Antelope Valley took game 1 here at College of the Canyons 17-6. So the road team has been successful in the last 2 games. We'll see if that holds true as we are ready to get underway. Ricky Sturm up on the bump. First pitch to Rawlings, fouled away at 1:02 in the afternoon, and we are underway. Rawlings this season has been excellent. 372 for the catcher with 12 doubles, a triple, and 2 home runs. Takes a called strike, and it's 0-2. 37 runs batted in for the catcher this season, who hits out of the leadoff spot today. He leads the state in walks with 55. He's 5th in the state in runs scored with 56. This Antelope Valley offense, as we said, has been excellent. This one lifted in the air on the left side, back of the third base bag, and it's actually going to be Kotaro Kuatani drifting back to make the play. First out of the inning as Rawlings pops out just beyond the infield dirt. One away for Drew Watkins, who will step in. Watkins, 395 this year, 25 doubles, 4 triples, 5 home runs with 63 RBIs. Another key cog in the lineup for Dr. Brian Moses and the Marauders. 60 hits this season, is 35th in the state. He leads the state in doubles with 25. Top 25 in triples at 16 with 4 of them, and 63 RBIs is the most in California this year. As the crafty right-hander Sturm up on the rubber on the third base side, falls into his delivery. It's lifted in the air, back of the second base position, and that one's going to fall as Joey Bessemer couldn't get back to it. Reed Farrell and Ben Strutt were both kind of cruising, and it goes as a fly ball base hit as nobody touched it. So somebody on that play needs to take charge. It's a base hit for Watkins. Don't get him much cheaper than that, but a bloop fly ball that lands in right center field. Brings us to Jaden Steinhurst, who's hitting .401, and he hits this ball in the air to right field. Farrell going back. He'll make the play just in front of the wall as he falls down and fires it in. Watkins nowhere to go. So Steinhurst out on the first pitch he sees. As Farrell makes a tough play going back on it, the Fresno State commit. Defensively for Canyons today, Chris Colato is the catcher. Van Ness at first, Bessemer at second, Kuatani at short, and Hogan at third. Yeaman, Strutt, and Farrell from left to right in the outfield. Here's Elias Frainer. Swings at the first pitch, lifts it in the air to center field. Everything's been in the air so far. This time Ben Strutt has it called, and that'll be it. So should have been a 1-2-3 inning, but the first 4 batters faced. 3 have so retired on fly balls. Good start for Ricky Sturm as he gets through the first unscathed, as we'll go to the Canyons half of the first. And the COC lineup for Chris Cota and company today. Will be the one we've pretty much seen for the last half of the year. Ben Strutt will lead things off as the center fielder. Then Travis Van Ness in the 2 spot. Reed Farrell batting third. Liam Alstrom the DH in the 4 spot, followed by Michael Hogan. Then Joey Bessemer, followed by the left fielder Brady Yeaman in the 7 spot. Chris Colato will bat 8th, and Kotaro Kuatani will hit 9th for Chris Cota and company. They will face Ashton Fitzpatrick today for Antelope Valley. Fitzpatrick 6-3 this season, a 6.27 ERA. He's pitched in 56 innings this year, given up 42 runs with 39 of those being earned, 15 walks and 46 strikeouts, a whip of 1.55, just 4 home runs allowed. Has only given up 72 hits and 219 at-bats against this season. He'll face a home run-heavy Canyons squad. The Cougars' 42 home runs this season is 7th in the state of California. They average a home run per game, although they were held off the board in terms of home runs on Tuesday here at Mike Gillespie Field, which is slowly but surely turning into the Cougars field of the 3C2A. The most home runs in the state have been hit here at Mike Gillespie Field this season. Ben Strutt, not one of those guys with a home run. Just 7 doubles, 3 triples, batting .338 this season, but he's one of the state leaders in stolen bases as he takes a called strike in the first inning for Canyons is underway on the offensive side. Strutt this season also 31 walks, which sits him 18th in California. Cat even at 1 ball and 1 strike. Chris Cota was back in the clubhouse for a second, came sprinting out after the first pitch of the inning. Now in his usual position up the third base line. Strutt fouls this one off to the right. It's 1-2. So it'll be Strutt, Van Ness, and Farrell here. For Antelope Valley, no runs on a hit. No errors and 1 left on base, although it should probably have been an error, but touches nobody. It falls to the grass harmlessly, and it results in a base hit. 2 balls and 2 strikes, the count here to Ben Strutt. Swings and hits this one in the air to right field. Going to be a tough play for Bauman getting towards the line, but he loses his hat, but makes the catch. 1 down. That'll bring us to Travis Van Ness. .320 this season with 6 doubles, a home run, and 25 runs batted in. The top 3 in the lineup all hitting above .300 for Canyons this season. 3 through 6, all with plenty of pop underneath them, actually 3 through 5. We'll give Joey Bessemer a little bit of credit. Van Ness hits this one out into the left center field gap. That's going to be a tough play, but cruising over is Salcedo to make the catch. So 2 fly ball outs on not very many pitches. Both pitchers working to the air so far here early on. And there's 2 away in the first. Here's Reed Farrell, committed to Fresno State University. Will be there in the fall. 368 this season for Farrell. 13 doubles, 11 home runs. As one of the Canyons' all-time leaders now in home runs. Will make the top 20 when his career is said and done here today. It actually makes me want to go in and look here and make sure I have that correct. This ball lifted in the air. That one's going to stay in play. We'll double check that later. 3 fly ball outs, 2 to center field. A 1-2-3 inning for Fitzpatrick. 1 full in the books, no score.
College of the Canyons is always ready when it comes to your athletic future. With 17 intercollegiate sports programs to cheer for, opportunities for student athletes to learn, train, and compete, and a championship mindset that has produced state and national titles, College of the Canyons and the Cougars athletics programs offer a great college experience. Take control of your athletic future at College of the Canyons. Visit canyons.edu/schedule and cocathletics.com now.
Top half of the second. Antelope Valley will send Bauman, Salcedo, and Clenert here to face Sturm. This ball lifted in the air, right side. Farrell this time barking for it loudly will make the play. So every out so far in the ball game has been in the air. Every ball in play so far today has been in the air. 1 away, including the lone base hit so far. Living a little dangerously when it comes to Mike Gillespie Field in that regard. Talked about the home runs here this season. Playing with fire when you're letting the ball get in the air. Sturm will face Salcedo. 315 this season, 10 doubles, 3 triples, 3 home runs, 29 runs batted in. This one fouled back to the screen. Offensively for Canyons this year, 32 of their 42 home runs at home. But they've given up 65 total home runs and 49 of them here at Mike Gillespie Field. So now you're talking about 81 home runs at Mike Gillespie Field this season. And I haven't gone through the entire state statistics to look through every team that might be close. They don't really give us that number. It's something I have to go piece together myself. But last time, nobody was within 20 home runs in terms of their home ballpark. I would imagine that has not changed. Sturm has Salcedo down to 2 strikes, who fights it off and fouls it away. It stays 0-2. It's important here when you talk about living a little dangerously with the ball in the air from both pitchers so far. Salcedo 2 for 5 with a double yesterday up in Antelope Valley. Swings and lifts this one in the air to center field, but it'll get down for a base hit on a soft line drive. Second hit of the ball game for Antelope Valley. First one that didn't get high up in the air. On either side, and a leadoff, or a 1-out single actually. Armando Salcedo brings us to Gavin Clenert. 318 for Clenert this season from the right-hand side. 9 doubles, a couple of triples, and a home run. He's driven in 27 runs. Keep an eye on Salcedo with 9 steals this season. He'll take off on the first pitch. It's off the glove of Collado as he tried to leap up. So it's a stolen base for Salcedo. And now Clenert with an opportunity to try and drive a run in with one away. Looking for that all-important first run. Swings and pops this one up foul. It'll get just out of play over the top of the Antelope Valley dugout. Antelope Valley this season has 24-4 when scoring first. So talk about being a very important run for them. When they get off to a good start and get on the board before the opposition, they are nearly unbeatable this season. Strike 2 to Clenert. 1 ball and 2 strikes to count. Sturm delivers. Clenert lifts this in the air to right field. That one might be trouble. Farrell coming on will make the play. Good jump from Reed Farrell that time. Two down. So here's Austin Goosen. Did not play on Tuesday here at College of the Canyons. Draws into the lineup for the first time since April 16th. 231 this season with a double. Antelope Valley without Quentin Starbuck in the starting lineup today. Started yesterday, but left after one at bat. Not sure what the issue was. Goosen just 2 RBIs this season, trying to pick up his third and give Antelope Valley a 1-0 lead. Sturm will deliver. That one misses away. 2 balls and no strikes. Talked about Ricky Sturm coming off a couple of really good starts. His last one, as we said, a complete Game 5 hitter. Easily the best pitching performance of the season for any of the Cougars. Won his last 4 decisions over the last 10 games. This ball lifted in the air to left center field. That one's going to be trouble. Yeaman coming on! He comes up with it and takes away a base hit from Goosen. Brady Yeaman, a nice play to rob Goosen of a base hit and an RBI. Brian Moses not happy, comes out to ask about it. But for the moment, it remains an out. We'll stay here and see what the result is. Canyon's already off in the dugout. I don't think anything's going to change here, as I don't think the home plate umpire would have any say on it. And we just got to wait for Antelope Valley to not get on the field, as that'll end the inning. So Yeaman takes one away. We go to the home half of the second, no score. Put us in a break. Ostrom, Hogan, and Bessemer due up for Canyons here to face Fitzpatrick in their half of the second inning. For Ashton Fitzpatrick, first start since April 18th here today. Or first appearance, excuse me, since April 18th. Went an inning in that one, gave up 2 hits and no runs, struck out 1. Over the last 10 games, he's 4-3. He's pitched in 44 innings as he nearly hits Ostrom on the first pitch. He's given up 62 hits, 39 runs with 36 earned, 13 walks, and 30 strikeouts. He's a high strikeout guy in terms of the strikeout to walk ratio. Ostrom fouls this one away. Facing a high strikeout guy in Liam Ostrom, who's batting .268 this season, 44 strikeouts against, just 21 walks for. Gets hit by a pitch, though, and he'll go down to first base. So the first base runner of the ballgame for Canyons comes the hard way as Liam Ostrom hit by a pitch. He's hit a couple of times on Tuesday, if I recall correctly. So it'll bring us to Michael Hogan. Michael Hogan, thank you, sorry. Had my brain incorrect there. For Ostrom, 8th time this season he's been hit by a pitch. Hogan hitting .302. 8 doubles, a triple, and 6 home runs. Swings and hits this one on the ground to third. Goosen to second for one, on to first. A 5-4-3 double play, and just like that, the bases are empty and there's 2 outs. So a 5-4-3 double play brings us to Joey Bessemer here. For Antelope Valley, the 21st double play of the season. They have turned. 22nd time Canyons has hit into one this year. Bessemer hitting .315, 7 doubles, 3 home runs, 23 runs batted in. Bessemer's loudest home run this season was actually a few weeks back in a late inning comeback for Canyons. Bessemer down on strikes. Ball went through Rawlings. He's able to fire it to first, and that'll end the inning. Actually, against Glendale, that 17-16 win. A 1-2-3 essentially inning after the hit batter. A 5-4-3 double play and a strikeout with a throw to first base to complete it. We go to the third, no score.
The Jersey Mike's catering box is the easiest way to feed your friends. The hard part is picking your sub. That's why we're having a draft. With the first pick, Sarah from Carolina selects number 13, the original Italian.
You know, I trusted my gut, and that's exactly where the sub's gonna go, so.
Hold on, we've got a trade. Jake traded his second pick with me, because I'm starved.
Freshly sliced subs to go, wherever you and your friends go. Jersey Mike's, a sub above.
Top half of the third, Baxter, Rawlings, and Watkins, the scheduled hitters for Antelope Valley. Sturm has faced 2 over the minimums, given up a couple of singles, one a bloop single, or not, I wouldn't even call it a bloop single, it's a fly ball single that the defense just didn't play very well. And the other a solid line drive from Saucedo. First pitch here of the third inning, in for a called strike to Jacob Baxter, hitting .288. 5 doubles, a couple of home runs for Baxter. Dangerous on the base pass, though, with 26 stolen bases this season. So for Sturm, you'd like to keep him off. He lifts this one down the left field line. It's hooking, and it'll be foul. Yeaman giving it a good look, but it's nothing but a strike down the line. Baxter, the everyday shortstop for Antelope Valley this season. Pops this one up back of second base. Bessemer going back this time has an easy play on it. One down. Back to the top of the order and Cody Rollings, who flew out to the shortstop Kubatani to lead things off. Rollings, 1 for 2 with an RBI yesterday. Scored another run, walked 3 times in the ball game. Takes the pitch up and away. 2 balls and no strikes. Sturm is yet to throw a ground ball out. Everything has been through the air so far. But it's worked as he hasn't been touched up yet. He's way behind here to Cody Rollings. Certainly don't want to get yourself into trouble with the top of this order here. Rollings, the state leaders in runs scored as we've talked about. Watkins, one of the state leaders in RBIs, along with Steinhurst and Frainer. This offense can be dangerous at the best of times. First walk of the day issued by Ricky Sturm. Drew Watkins, who had that towering fly ball single back in the first, stands in. Rollings, 10 stolen bases this season. Sturm will check on him. Remember, unlimited pickoff attempts in the 3C2A. Just in 2 disengagements, though. They're different scenarios. You can't just step off more than twice, but you can pick over as many times as you would like. See if Sturm decides to try and keep Rollings close. Instead delivers. Watkins hits it in the air to left center field. Strutt going back should have a play on it. Makes the catch in front of the wall. 2 down. Ball remains in the air so far. 2 away, and here's Jaden Steinhurst. Had a couple of home runs here on Tuesday late in the ball game. 7 home runs on the season for Steinhurst. Was 1 for 4 with a double yesterday. Swings and laces this one to deep left field. Does it stay fair? It does not. So it's nothing but a loud strike on the first pitch. As that one might have landed on the softball field with how hard Steinhurst hit it. His home run in the, I think it was the 6th inning on Tuesday, was a line drive shot. I remember for the 6th inning, the 5th inning. Line drive shot out to left center field. And the one in the 8th was very similar. Doesn't get a lot of necessarily height on the ball when he hits it out, but boy, it's certainly hard. Behind 0-1. Popped out to right field in his first at bat. Fouls this one away off to the right, and it's 0-2. Sturm trying to work around a 1-out walk. That one misses just outside. Elevated a little bit on the fastball from Sturm. The right-handed submariner. Very tough to pick up the baseball. Looks like it's coming from behind you as a right-handed hitter. Couldn't get Steinhurst to chase. That's a good take from the big man. To just spit on that pitch, which is a pitcher's pitch from Sturm. Moves the count to 2-2. Oh, takes ball 3 just inside, under the hands. Mike Gillespie field thought it was strike 3. The dugout thought it was strike 3. The only one that did not think it was strike 3 was the home plate umpire, and he's the only opinion that matters. So we'll go to a 3-2 count, which means Rawlings will be in motion on the pitch. He gets a running lead, essentially, and Steinhurst fouls the first pitch away. As Canyons moves, which is interesting here, moving Van Ness back behind. Wonder if maybe they might think about trying to run something to get Rawlings here. Or if they'll just stick to their guns and let him play back. Try and get Steinhurst. Instead, he'll walk. 2 walks in the inning by Sturm. Still nobody hurt, though, if you're Ricky Sturm. Just throw me a ground ball and get yourself out of the inning as they'll face Elias Frainer. Flew out to center field in his first at-bat. Sturm's first delivery in for a called strike. Partly cloudy here today, about 75 degrees. Breeze blowing a little bit, kind of swirling right now off the mountain behind us. One misses inside. Flag in left field, just above the Mike Gillespie Field scoreboard. Kind of blowing towards left field, which is a strange wind for us as it's kind of sweeping around and coming across the field. This one fouled away. Usually it'll come down off the mountain and kind of blow to straightaway center. Part of the reason why Mike Gillespie Field is so hitter friendly. But today with it kind of blowing across the outfield from right to left, certainly make the ball stay in the ballpark a little bit more. Two-strike pitch to Frainer upcoming. Sturm delivers and misses up. It's 2-2. Rawlings at second, Steinhurst at first. Sturm delivers. Frainer hits it in the air to straightaway center field. Shallow, but a couple of steps in for Ben Strutt to make the catch. That'll end the inning. So Sturm works around a pair of walks. No hits in the inning. 2 left on. Home half of the third. No score.
Can I get it Mike's way? What's happening?
And your free sub. Enjoy.
That was super weird.
Oh, that? Nah. She just used the shore points you can now earn from chip and drink purchases to get free sub through the app. Download the Jersey Mike's app and earn rewards towards free subs with every sub, Pepsi, and Lay's you purchase.
Yemen Colado Kuatani due up here for Canyons to face Fitzpatrick. Yemen 324 since becoming pretty much the everyday left fielder. 12 hits and 37 at bats, a couple of doubles and a home run. Didn't get a lot of opportunities through the early part of the year, but has drawn into the lineup steadily over the last month. 10 for his last 30. Hitless in his last 2, though, trying to straighten that back out. Waits on a 1-1. Pitch misses away. About for Antelope Valley, scoring the first run being ultra important. It's pretty important for Canyons as well, although their record not quite as good. 12-7 when they score first in a ball game, but they're 5-15 when they get scored on first. So, in that regard, very important for Canyons. Yemen to work a walk. Second base runner of the ball game for COC, still without a hit. Here's Chris Colado, the catcher batting .281. 5 doubles, 5 home runs, 24 RBIs, plenty of pop underneath him. Biggest issue, 33 strikeouts so far this season, just 14 walks. Swings at the first pitch, lines a base hit out into left field. Yemen will try and go first to third as they'll press Steinhurst, the left fielder, who has not shown a very strong arm over the last couple of games. Colado has Canyons' first hit of the ball game. Runners on the corners as we go to the 9-hitter, Kitaro Kuatani. So good piece of hitting that time from Chris Colado. Stays within himself. Lines the first base hit of the ball game to left field. Yemen running well on the play. Gets to third. And now Kuatani with a chance with the runners on the corners to get something working for Canyons and get that first run on the board. First pitch to Kitaro in for his strike. The shortstop batting .281 with 4 doubles and 16 runs batted in. Been excellent bunting this year. Does have 4 sacrifice hits, but he's bunted for a base hit quite often. Corners are kind of in here. Infield and double play depth up the middle. Kitaro bunting. Bunts it foul, and he's behind in the count, 0-2. Two-strike pitch misses away. 1 ball and 2 strikes the count to Kuatani. Strikeouts have been an issue for Kitaro this season, 32. Sophomore out of Poro, Japan. It's final Canyons home game. Called strike 3 on the inside corner. Tani moved like it was inside, but home plate umpire thinks otherwise. One away back to the top of the order for Ben Strutt. Second strikeout of the ball game for Fitzpatrick. Strutt flew out to right field in his first at bat. With Colado at first, don't really have an opportunity to try and steal a run by taking second base. Colado just a 2.5-step lead over there at first, so you're reliant upon the offense to drive in Brady Yemen from third base here. Yemen runs relatively well. Strutt will fight this one off to the right. 1 ball and 2 strikes the count here to the leadoff hitter for Canyons. Strutt last year was with Santa Barbara City College moves over to Canyons and continues what was a good season the year before into this season here. Called strike 2, actually. It was a 1-1 pitch. I thought there was an extra pitch that I missed, so. 1 ball, 2 strikes to count to Strutt now. After I had said that the previous pitch, but it's true this time. Takes away, and it's 2-2. Count even here for Strutt. Lotto leads away from first, Yeaman away from third. Strutt swings and lifts it in the air on the right side, but that's not going to get the job done as it will not be deep enough to even get off the infield. The second baseman, Watkins, makes the play. Strutt retired, 2 down. And we'll go to Travis Van Ness. Van Ness flew out to center field in his first at-bat. Been a good RBI producer, 25 of them this year for Van Ness. You'd love to see 26 get across if you're Canyons. 3 for 4 with a run batted in and 2 runs yesterday. 14 for his last 41. Finished out the season on a multi-game hitting streak. Right now sitting on a 2-game hitting streak. When he puts the ball in play, he's done pretty well, hitting .404 on batting average on balls in play. Pretty steady run creator as well with 21 this year. Lifts this one in the air to center field. It's a pitch too late as Salcedo comes in to make the play. So runners on the corners, but nothing across. 4th inning coming up. Canyons and Antelope Valley scoreless.
Whether we're on the move or stuck in one place, it's with us, comforting, healing, and transforming lives. It's the power of you. With 4 world-class hospitals and over 170 clinics across Southern California, together, we're building a healthier community. We're your neighbors, your friends, your family. It begins with you. UCLA Health.
Bauman, Salcedo, and Clinert scheduled up for Antelope Valley. Both teams with a couple of runners on in the 3rd. Couldn't cash in. After a couple of offensive struggles over the first 2 games of the series, so far no runs through 3. Bauman flew to right in his first at bat. Takes a called strike. It's 1-1. Sturm picking up really where he left off last game. This one, little squibber on the ground towards Kuwatani, who scoops, fires low, but a good long hop. Maybe gripped it a little too tight, but easy one for Van Ness to pick up. One away. A little scary if you're Ricky Sturm. Throws a nice ground ball. Should be an easy out. Kuwatani nearly spikes it, but spikes it to a good distance, so one down. Here's Salcedo. Singled, stole a base, stranded aboard second base, back in the second. Gets this one down the first base line, just foul. So far, Salcedo and Collado, the only hard-hit balls so far today that have stayed in play. There's 3 hits in total in the ball game. No balls and 1 strike to count to Armando Salcedo, the center fielder. Ten for his last 40 over the last 10 games. On a 4-game hitting streak right now. Scratched out a 5-game hitting streak and has reached base in his last 6. 4 straight games with an extra base hit for him. He's been on a little bit of a mini tear over the last 5 games. Good timing with the playoffs coming up. This Antelope Valley team is, for all thoughts, really in the playoffs, I would say. Despite just being 11-9 in conference. 25-13 overall this season. They were in the top 25 for a time. They hold the tiebreaker over Bakersfield. So a win today locks it up. A loss today doesn't matter. Bakersfield's best they can do is 11-10. The only problem they would run into is if they lose to Canyons. Canyons is then 11-10 in conference play. This ball hit foul. And the Cougars hold the tiebreak over Bakersfield. So you would have the tiebreak over Bakersfield, but not have the tiebreak over Canyons. Canyons would then be the 3rd place team in the conference. It's important because if you are a 3rd place team in your conference and finish 500, you make the playoffs in 3C2A in the South. This one lifted in the air to Brady Yeaman and left. He'll make the play. 2 down. So that's why this is ever important for Antelope Valley. For Canyons, it's weird. You still have an outside shot at a playoff spot, despite you're going to finish the season under 500. If you finish 3rd, you can be considered for an at-large bid into the playoffs. So you win today, you get to 18-22, 4 games below 500. Looking at your schedule, it's a pretty tough schedule considering Citrus, Glendale, Antelope Valley, who are all top 25 teams in there. Saddleback, who's usually very good in there as well. Had a few games against Cypress, one against Santa Ana, one against Orange Coast. So you've got some good games, good teams in there, good opponents. It's a possibility if you win today. I don't know if it'll happen. But according to the handbook, when you read it, you do not have to be 500 to be considered for an at-large. You just have to finish top 3 in your conference, which a win today would do that for Canyons. This one fouled away as Glavin Clenert, who flew out to right field, is up. So still an important game for both sides in that regard. But I think ever more important for Antelope Valley over COC is Antelope Valley in the playoffs and wants to lock it up as you get an auto bid if you finish in the top 3. Which is a change different from softball. Softball, the auto bid comes in the top 2. So we do know Canyons softball in the playoffs. We may have a home game here on Tuesday. If so, we will cover that one. 1-2 pitch misses just inside from Sturm. Keep an eye on cocathletics.com for updated schedules. Two from Sturm to Clenert, lifted in the air. Kuwatani calling for it, couple of steps onto the outfield grass. A 1-2-3-4th inning for Ricky Sturm. We head to the home half of the fourth. Still no score.
Make hosting your next event easy with the Dr. Diane G. Van Hook University Center. With over 30 meeting spaces, wireless video teleconferencing capabilities, food service, and technical support available, the University Center has everything you need to make your next event shine. Conveniently located near the 5 and 14 freeways in Santa Clarita, the University Center offers easy access to local airports and many attractions, making it the ideal meeting place for everyone. To learn more about our rental options or to book now, visit canyons.edu/University Center.
3, 4, and 5, the Heart of the Canyons order due up here in their half the fourth inning. Facing Ashton Fitzpatrick, who has given up just one hit, or a walk and a hit batter. Only 3 base runners for the Cougars so far. Farrell flew out to center field in his first at bat. Trying to get something started for Canyons. Swings at the first pitch, hits it past the diving Goosen out into left field. So Farrell, a solid base hit out into left. Good leadoff batter that time for Canyons. First pitch swinging brings us to Liam Ahlstrom. Ahlstrom hit by a pitch last time up. Has plenty of pop underneath him. 9 home runs, 37 RBIs. Like we said, the problem has been strikeouts this season for Liam. This ball gets through the catcher, Rollings. Farrell going to move up to second base. It's a rare passed ball on the catcher. Rawlings maybe got crossed up, thought that was going to get into the dirt, and it just went right through the wickets. 5-hole if you're a hockey fan. Runner in scoring position, nobody out. Ahlstrom says it doesn't matter. He takes it to deep left, and Canyons has a 2-0 lead. 10th of the year for Liam Ahlstrom, a no-doubter off the bat. Taking aim at the parking lot here at College of the Canyons. And the Cougars get the first couple of runs here today. A 2-run shot from Liam Ahlstrom after the base hit from Reed Farrell. And now we go to Michael Hogan after pitch hammered to left center field by Liam Ahlstrom. Hogan lifts it in the air. This one not going to get out. It'll stay in play for the center fielder, Salcedo, who will make the catch on the first pitch. So 1 away. Here's Joey Bessemer. Bessemer first pitch swinging, a chopper off the glove of Baxter, who tried to snap it. And so an error on the shortstop. 16th of the year on Baxter, and Canyons now with a couple runners on base here in the inning. Brady Yeaman will come to the plate. takes a hack and swings and misses at the first pitch. Ostrom's home run, the 82nd here at Mike Gillespie Field this season, and the 33rd at home for Canyons, the 43rd as a group overall, and his 9th. No balls and 2 strikes here to Brady Yeaman. Walked in his first at bat, or first plate appearance, I should say. We are speaking about the game correctly. We should. Swings and fights this one off into the screen, just outside the Canyons dugout. Stays no balls and 2 strikes. So a 2-run blast from Ostrom. Yeaman fights that one off. It's in and out of the glove of Rollins. So again, we weigh 0-2 here. Fitzpatrick delivers. This one hit on the ground towards first. Clenert will go to second for 1. Back to first, not in time. Fitzpatrick nearly missed the bag trying to get his foot onto it, kind of slipped off. So good hustle from Yeaman to stay out of the inning-ending double play. They get Bessemer at second for the first out, 3-6. Conference from the Antelope Valley pitching coach that time. Up to talk to Fitzpatrick. So here's Chris Collado, singled down the left field line in his first at bat. Swings and misses at the first pitch. It's 0-1. Yeaman with a decent lead over at first, but not running. Collado takes down in the dirt, 1-1. This ball lifted in the air, right center field. Should be playable for either Salcedo or Bauman. It'll be Bauman to make the catch. Damage done in the inning, though. A 2-run home run from Liam Ostrom. Canyons with the 2-0 lead as we go to the 5th here from Mike Gillespie Field. 8-9-1 due up for Antelope Valley, Goosen, Baxter, and Rawlings. Canyons with a 2-0 lead after the 2-run home run in the fourth by Liam Ostrom. Austin Goosen 0 for 1 with a fly ball to left field. Had what might have been a run-scoring base hit taken away from him by Brady Yeaman back in the second inning. Kind of a sinking line drive. Hits this one on the ground towards Bessemer, who will scoop it with plenty of time and fire it to first. 4 in a row retired for Ricky Sturm, make it 5. Here's Jacob Baxter. Popped out to second, his first at bat. Trying to bunt here. Sturm going to have to field his position. Picks it up with the bare hand. Fires a strike to first for 2 away. Good job by Ricky Sturm that time. Cat-like to get off the mound and pick it up. It was an even tougher bunt because of the fact that it got in the air from Baxter. He didn't get it right onto the ground initially, so it didn't really have much roll. It kind of just hit and died. A great play by Ricky Sturm fielding his position, and there's 2 away. For Cody Rawlings, who swings at the first pitch, hits it in the air, down the line, left field, foul. And it'll get out over the bullpen. Lots of foul territory here. You can't see it on the wide shot, but the dugouts, their fences are kind of off the back of each dugout, especially on the first base side. On the third base side, it actually bends back another 15 feet into the bullpen. This one hit on the ground towards Bessemer, knocked it down, picks it back up, fires it to first with plenty of time. A 1-2-3 Ricky Sturm inning. He's retired 7 in a row. We go to the bottom of the 5th, 2-0 Canyons. Bottom half of the 5th, Kutani, Strutt, and Van Ness, the scheduled hitters for Canyons. Kataro struck out in his first at-bat. Fitzpatrick still in there, chasing 2-0 now, trying to keep it right there. Kutani bunting, this one bunted in the air, and it's a pop-out to the third baseman, Goosen. One away for Ben Strutt. Flew out and popped out. Most of the outs today for both sides have been through the air. You look, the first 3 batters for Canyons in the order in the first inning all flew out. Houston with a pair of strikeouts, had a 5-4-3 double play. And a fielder's choice. Everything else has been through the air. Same on the other side for Ricky Sturm, although last inning had 3 ground ball outs. So it's always better to live on the ground here at Mike Gillespie Field. As when you let teams start to get some lift, you're playing with fire as the ball does travel well. 2 balls and no strikes to count to Strutt. 31 walks, 30 strikeouts this season for Ben Strutt. So he takes a called strike, and it's 2-1. Two for 4 yesterday with a walk. 3 runs scored in the 8-6 win. He's on an 8-game hitting streak right now. And he's been on base in his last 15. This one hit on the ground. Second baseman Watkins backhands and fires. 2 down. All in all, a better at bat that time for Ben Strutt. Kept it out of the air. Hit it pretty solidly on the ground, but Watkins was in a good spot. Will bring us to Travis Van Ness. A couple of fly balls to center field in the ball game today. His last at bat was in the 3rd when he flew out to center field, and the threat for Canyons. They had runners on the corners with 1 away in that inning. Or with nobody out, excuse me, in that inning, and could not cash in. And that's trying to keep the 5th inning going, and there's 2 away. Hits it in the air to straightaway center field. Salcedo cruising will make the catch. So 1-2-3 inning for Ashton Fitzpatrick. 5 full in the books. We go to the 6th. 2-0 Canyons. Watkins, Steinhurst, Frainer due up for Antelope Valley. As Ricky Sturm works into the 6th. This one hit in the air to left field. Should be playable for Yeaman as he goes back initially. And will make the catch a few steps in front of the wall. 1 down. Important spot in the order for Ricky Sturm to get through here in this 2, 3, and 4. Held Watkins to a fly ball single, Steinhurst to a walk. He's retired 8 in a row for Ricky Sturm. Steinhurst walked his last time up and flew out to right field. 0 for 1 so far today. As we said, an important spot in the order for Sturm. If you can get through this trio cleanly. Instead, he hits Steinhurst on the arm. So much for that. Tying run will come to the plate. And Elias Frainer. Eighth time this season Steinhurst has been hit by a pitch. Frainer, a couple of flyouts to center field in the ball game. Big lead at first for Steinhurst. He'll stay put. Sturm's pitch misses just down, maybe a little off the plate on the inside. It's 1-0. Fouled back to the screen. One ball, one strike. Sturm delivers. Might have missed just off the plate. Never quite caught it. So the count goes to 2-1. That one misses, so make it 3-1. And he walks Frainer here. So again, an important part of the lineup that you've got to try and get through. And now Antelope Valley with the tying run aboard here in the fifth inning. Hunter Bauman, who's flown out to right and grounded out to short. At the plate. This is an AVC offense that's only hitting to 14 double plays this year. That's the 8th fewest in California. Kansas did a good job rolling up double plays with 30. I think that might be kind of maybe the conversation with Ryan Paramo coming out to talk to Ricky Sturm after he's missed on 5 straight pitches. 6 actually if you consider the, or 6 of the last 7 pitches I should actually say. He did get a strike against Frainer. Since he hit Steinhurst, he's kind of looked a little bit out of sorts. Conference over here, so trying to get Sturm, to settle in. Bauman fouls this one off to the right. 1-1. That one misses well outside, gets off of Colado's glove, but he's able to keep it just enough in front that Steinhurst unable to get a good read and stays put. 2 balls and 1 strike. That one nearly hits Bauman, makes it 3-1. Bauman flies this one down the line in right and foul territory. It'll get off the mound to the bullpen on the Antelope Valley side. The count will run to 3-2. 3-2 on the way. Lifted in the air, right center field. Farrell calling for it, will make the catch. Good pitch from Sturm to battle himself back in the count that time. And now he faces Armando Salcedo, who has a hit back in the second inning. First pitch to Salcedo, misses inside. Two balls and no strikes. Here to Armando Salcedo. This one hit on the ground. That one's going to get through the right side. Steinhurst going to try and score. Throw not going to be in time from Farrell. RBI base hit from Armando Salcedo. And Antelope Valley back within one with the tying run in scoring position out at second base. Frainer did not move past second. Salcedo didn't hit it hard, but hit it well enough to get by Van Ness, who dove to try and make the play. So Sturm yields the first run of the day on his side. And now he faces Gavin Clenert, who's 0 for 2. Talked about if he had gotten through this inning clean, in quick pitches, you could really have looked ahead and said maybe he was able to get to through 7 and back to 8 potentially, but I think right now still his game. I don't think Chris Cota has any plans at the moment, although he's looked a little out of sorts here in the 6th. 1 ball, 1 strike to count to Gavin Clenert. Tough throw for Reed Farrell to make, charging in from pretty deep right field with the left-handed hitting Salcedo at the plate. Pitch makes it 1-2. As the ball really wasn't hit hard enough either by Salcedo to get far enough into the outfield for Farrell to be able to pick it up quickly and fire a strong enough throw in to get Steinhurst. Now it's up to Sturm to try and get through Clenert here. 1-2 makes it 2-2 as he misses away. That one misses outside. So the runners will get a head start here. Three-two, fouled away. Again, we'll go 3-2. Frainer will start. Clenert will lift. In the air center. Slams his bat down as Ben Strutt has a play on it. That'll end the inning. 1 run across for Antelope Valley. Strutt retires Clenert. As Sturm able to strand a pair, we go to the home half of the 6th inning, 2-1. 3, 4, and 5, the same group that did damage back in the 4th inning for Canyons to face Ashton Fitzpatrick here in their half of the 6th, starting with Reed Farrell, who singled and came around to score on the home run by Liam Ostrom. Farrell 1 for 2 today. On his way to Fresno State in the fall. We're very happy for him. The best kids in on the roster. Nicest, one of the nicer guys on the roster, you should say. Although the whole team pretty good, but Rito puts himself in a different class. The team leader this season, the captain for Canyons. Waits on an 0-1. Swings and misses. Not going to be happy with himself at missing on the off speed, and it's 0-2. Patrick overthrows that time, misses outside, makes it 1 ball and 2 strikes. Farrell, the team leader in home runs and RBIs this season with 11 and 25. Swings and hits this one into left center field, but it's going to hang up long enough for Armando Salcedo to make the play. Hit it hard, but hit it to the wrong spot, 1 away. Here's Liam Ostrom, the difference in the ballgame so far. The 2-run home run back in the 4th inning. A no-doubt shot to left center field from Liam Ostrom, his 10th of the season. He's 1 for 1, been hit by a pitch as well. 39 RBI for him this year now in his freshman campaign. An off speed from Fitzpatrick that kind of floated, misses up. 1-0. Ostrom been in a little bit of a struggle over the last few weeks. Just 9 for his last 40 coming into the ball game today with just 2 extra base hits. It's been on base in 9 in a row now. It's been the one positive. It just hasn't been coming by way of hit, but maybe breaking out a little bit today as he hits this one hard to left field. Steinhurst falls down, and the ball falls in front of him. Steinhurst looked like he might have had a play on it, but slipped. Went down to a knee. Not allowed the ball to sink enough. So back-to-back at-bats with a hit for Liam Ostrom. Starting to break out. Unfortunately, it's the last game of the year. So 1 on and 1 away for Michael Hogan. Grounded into a 5-4-3 double play with Ostrom up on first base the last time this combination was in this positioning, and flew out to center field in his only other at bat. Hogan coming into today has been on a pretty good run to close out the season. 15 of 39. Hitting .385 over the last 10. Waits on a 1-1, and it misses away. Makes it 2-1. That one misses down. So Hogan way ahead here. 3 balls and 1 strike in a 2-1 game here in the 6th inning. Ostrom leads away from first. Not much of a threat to run. No stolen bases this season. He'll stay put on the 3-1. Hogan puts a charge in it to left. That ball is well out. And it's 4-1 Canyons as Michael Hogan has his 7th home run of the year and the 2nd 2-run shot of the day for Canyons. So it was Ostrom and Farrell connecting 2 innings ago. This inning, it's Ostrom and Hogan connecting for 2 runs across after a base hit and a home run. Bessemer first pitch swinging, hits it in foul territory. That'll get down foul. A pair of 2-run home runs in the ball game. Canyons now with a 3-run lead. Bessemer waits, hits this one in the air towards center field. That'll fall in front of Salcedo. It's a line drive in the scorebook for Joey Bessemer. He'll have a looping base hit out to center. And a 2-out or 1-out base runner for Canyons here as we go to 7, 8, and 9. Brady Yeaman's been on twice today, walked in fielder's choice. Cody Rolling's out to talk to Ashton Fitzpatrick here. Antelope Valley with a body up in the bullpen. Looks like it's Camden Clark, who pitched really well in a Antelope Valley win here on Tuesday in relief. So a good spot for Brady Yeaman here. He swings and puts a charge into one to deep right field. That ball is gone! Yeaman's second of the season. Second 2-run home run of the inning. And Canyons has a 6-1 lead. So the sophomore Brady Yeaman puts a charge into one. Second 2-run home run of the inning. We go to Chris Collado now. Third 2-run home run of the ball game for Canyons. And the bats have come alive here against Ashton Fitzpatrick. So Fitzpatrick, after retiring Reed Farrell to start the inning, gives up a base hit, a home run, a base hit, and a home run. And now for Dr. Brian Moses, Camden Clark trying to get loose in a hurry. That one in for a strike. There was a ball that came traveling through the dugout down to the backstop. Nobody picked it up. Surprised by that. That one in for a strike to Collado, 2-2. Can't tell if that's Ricky Sturm with ice on his shoulder in the Canyons dugout. I saw somebody coming back in. So we wait on a 3-2 here to Collado. This one hit on the ground towards Goosen, who scoops it up. Fires across. Second out of the inning. Two down as we go to Kotaro Kuatani, who's 0 for 2. Struck out and popped up on a bunt attempt to third base. Heavy damage done in the inning, though. 4 across for Canyons, a pair of 2-run home runs here in the 6th. To go along with the 2-run home run in the 4th. Ostrom's 9th back in the 4th. Hogan's 7th here in the 6th. And Brady Yeaman's 2nd. Talked about Brady Yeaman drawn into the lineup late in the year. He's been very solid late in the season. Cashes in with a 2-run home run. Give him 14 runs batted in now on the year. Sophomore whose brother is one of the all-time leaders in batting average and hits in the single season. Squitani down on strikes. So that'll put things to bed here in the 6th. But damage done. Brady Yeaman a 2-run home run. Michael Hogan a 2-run home run. 7th inning upcoming here from Michael Gillespie Field. Ricky Sturm will stay out there for the 7th inning. Thought I saw him in the dugout, but it was somebody else. It's hard to tell sometimes from up here. Guys with their hair sticking out of their hats. And we'll continue on here. Sturm will face Goosen, Baxter, and Rawlings, the scheduled hitters. 6-1 Canyons here in the 7th. 4 runs across in that 6th inning for the Cougars on a pair of 2-run home runs from Michael Hogan and Brady Yeaman. Sturm way behind here. 3 balls and no strikes. Lots of room to work with here. Now's the time to pound the strike zone. It's a 4-pitch walk to Goosen. Fourth walk of the day issued by Ricky Sturm. Faces Baxter. Who last time up, Sturm made a great play to retire him on a bunt attempt. The right-handed hitting shortstop waits. This ball lifted in the air. Center field going to be a tough run for Ben Strutt, who comes in and makes the play. Good defensive play from Ben Strutt. That's a really difficult play to make, charging in. The only good news is had he not caught it, he probably would have been able to get Goosen at second base, who was not very far off. So one away, we go back to the top of the order. Here's Cody Rawlings. Walked, grounded out, and popped out. Checking on Austin Goosen here, making sure he's going to stay put. Clouds coming in, covering the sun a little bit, so all of a sudden the field darkens out. Pitch misses down and away. It's been mostly sunny all day today. Little cloud cover here and there. Infield the double play depth here. The catcher Rollings at the plate. Takes a called strike, and the count is 1-1. Two balls and one strike. Cody Rollings, the catcher, swings and hits this one in the air to center field. That's going to get down for a base hit. So 2 runners on for Antelope Valley here in their half of the 7th inning, as Rollings has a solid single. First and second for the Marauders. We go to the 2-hitter and Drew Watkins. Not the spot you want to be in here if you're Ricky Sturm. With 2 on and 1 away. Watkins 1 for 3 today. Sturm's had his number, though. That's the good sign to the moment. He has hit the ball in the air 3 times and was gifted a base hit by a fumble on the Canyons defense. And then is flown out to center and left field. Fouls this one into the AVC dugout. So a 2-strike count here. Action in the Canyons bullpen for the first time today. Wesley Yim up there getting loose. Two-strike pitch to Watkins, fouled up the first base side. First base coach, you kind of see him. He's maybe a couple of steps off to the dugout here, just kind of threw his hand up like, I'm not really going to try and make a play on that. Just the little things that happen inside of a baseball game that are comical at times. This ball hit out into left field. That's going to get down for a base hit over the top of Kuwatani. Yeaman coming up throwing. They'll cut the ball and throw it to the plate. Goosen able to score. So Antelope Valley gets one back. An RBI base hit for Drew Watkins. He talked about the dangerous part of the lineup. Here's Jaden Steinhurst. He fouls this, or he gets the dead ball strike, they say. It's interesting. Haven't seen that in a while. So it's no balls and one strike. Steinhurst will stay at the plate. I don't know if you necessarily want that if you're Canyons. I guess better than loading the bases, but Steinhurst hits this one down the line and right. Gonna hook well, foul. Two-strike count here on Jaden Steinhurst. Walk, couple of singles, a run across. One away with 2 on for Antelope Valley. The 2-strike pitch to Steinhurst misses outside. Sturm trying to get through the heart of the order here without giving up any more damage. He's got 4 runs to play with. It's a 6-2 ball game. The tying run in the on-deck circle now. if Steinhurst should get aboard. Fouls this one off to the right, out of play, up towards the owner's box. It's typically where Len Money and Chuck Lyon and company sit. Mike Halkovich, longtime Canyons group. One ball, 2 strikes. Good pitch from Sturm. Misses just inside, the umpire says. Looked awfully close to strike 3 from up here, but again, the only opinion that matters is the one behind the plate. So the count runs to 2-2 with 2 on and 1 away. Rolling's out at second, Watkins over at first. Steinhurst at the dish. Called strike 3 this time to ring him up. And there's 2 down. First strikeout of the ball game for Ricky Sturm. Comes in a big spot. Two down for Elias Frainer, who's walked and flown to center field twice. Sturm has done a good job limiting base runners. The Marauders just 6 runners left on base so far in the ball game coming into the inning. Tells you how little traffic they've really had. Single runners on in the first and the second, 2 on in the third, nobody in the fourth or the fifth. Got a run in the 6th with a couple of runners on, had 3 runners on base at one point, and same here in the 7th. 1 ball, 1 strike count to Elias Frainer. Sturm delivers, Frainer out into the right center field. That's going to get down for a base hit. Farrell coming up, and he'll fire back towards second base as they'll let Rollings come around to score. So Frainer has an RBI base hit. Pair of runs on a pair of singles for Antelope Valley here. But again, they kind of go station to station, but all of a sudden it's a 3-run ball game. The tying run. And Connor Bauman steps to the plate. First pitch from Sturm in for a called strike. Through the inning here for Sturm. Without giving up anything else, you're in line for a quality start. On top of in line for the win. But you got to get Bauman here. Off speed in for a called strike, and it's 0-2. That's what's happening. I was trying to figure out why I keep hearing a track meet going on for the high schools here today. Lots of people running around campus. We've got a lot going on today. They had the job fair up in the gym today. Discover Day here at College of the Canyons going on this afternoon. High school track meet going down at Cougar Stadium. And of course, baseball here. So we got a 1-2 pitch from Ricky Sturm to Connor Bauman with 2 on and 2 away. He swings and misses, strike 3. Sturm gives up a couple, but he gets a couple of strikeouts. Canyons with a 3-run lead as we stretch here from Mike Gillespie Field. 6-3 in favor of COC. Pitching change for Antelope Valley here in the 7th to start the inning. Camden Clark, who pitched excellent on Tuesday for AVC. Went 4 2/3, gave up 4 hits and 2 runs. Walked 1 and struck out 2. Will face the top of the Canyons order here to start the 7th in a 6-3 ball game as Ben Strider, who's 0 for 3, takes a called strike. It's 0-1. Canyons 2 runs in the 4th, 4 in the 6th. Antelope Valley a run in the 6th and 2 in the 7th. So Canyons trying to clap back here after Antelope Valley found 2 runs in the 7th inning to clap back after a 4-run Canyon 6th. Did this the other day late in the ball game, kind of punched back and forward. On Tuesday, it was 2 in the 5th for AVC as Strutt hits this one on the ground towards short. Baxter charges and fires, 1 away. One down for Travis Van Ness, who's 0 for 3 with 3 fly balls to center field. We're talking about Tuesday. Canyons got on the board first in the 1st with 2. Antelope Valley got 3 in the 2nd. The Cougars got 2 in the 3rd. Then 2 for AVC in the 5th, 1 in the 7th, 3 in the 8th, and 8 in the 9th. Well, Canyons had 1 in the 5th, 1 in the 7th, and were blanked the rest of the way out. So lots of runs late in the ball game the other day. Canyons hoping for lots of runs for themselves late here. They hold a 6-3 lead. Van Ness takes a called strike. Trio of 2-run home runs for COC today is the difference in the ball game at the moment. Right-hander Clark delivers, an off-speed pitch misses away. Clark, always the shirt kind of comes untucked. We saw this on Tuesday. Especially got late in the game. The backside of the jersey came untucked. Same here today as that one nearly hits Van Ness. And the count runs to either 2-1 or 3-1. I might have missed a pitch in there, and the scoreboard's telling me 2-1, but I got burned on that a few times the other day. That one hits Van Ness, and then hits Rollings in the mask. But Van Ness aboard, hit by a pitch with a 1 away. Here's Reed Farrell, singled and scored back in the 4th. 1 for 3 with a pair of fly balls to center field as well. Van Ness leads away from first. Farrell first pitch swinging, chops it up, foul into the bullpen. Wesley in with a nice play, bouncing off the mound. But imagine the 7th is his, or the 8th is his. Actually, that's Tyler Hahn actually out there, excuse me. This one chopped towards short. Gonna be a tough play for Baxter in the hole. Not gonna be able to even get a throw off. Call it a base hit for Reed Farrell. I don't think Baxter would have had a play on him regardless. So 2 on now for Liam Ostrom. You got a ticket? Ostrom now with 2 on, has a 2-run home run in the ball game. Facing Clark. Takes. Clark had his number on Tuesday. It's 0 for 3 against Camden Clark on Tuesday. Flew out to right, flew out to second, grounded to third. That one misses. Ostrom took a bunch of big hacks, too, in those at-bats against Clark on Tuesday. Just couldn't figure out how to put a charge into one like he did today. Hoping to do it now as he waits on a 2-0. Good hitters count. Takes a called strike on the outside. Wasn't happy with it, but doesn't matter. It's 2-1. Van Ness out at second base. Farrell on first after the chopper single. Ostrom waits on a 2-1. That one misses away as Rollings was set up inside. So again, a good hitters count here for Liam Ostrom. 3 balls and 1 strike with 2 on and 1 away in the 7th inning. Clark running the pitch clock all the way down. Ostrom, a big hack, fouls it off to the right. Ostrom kind of every time that head flies around when he takes those big cuts. You certainly know what he's trying to do. He's trying to put one out onto the football field if he can. Be a heck of a poke. I don't think that's even possible, but we wait on the 3-2. This one hit on the ground on the left side. That'll get through for a base hit. They're going to send Van Ness to challenge Steinhurst, who does not throw very well out left. It's an RBI base hit for Liam Ostrom, and Canyons regains a run here in the 7th inning. Three RBIs today for Liam Ostrom on a couple of hits as he gets to Camden Clark. And now a conference out with Camden Clark here. Here's Michael Hogan, a 2-run home run in his last at-bat. So Canyons gets one back here after Antelope Valley gets a pair in the 7th. Hit batter and a couple of singles. Camden Clark now trying to regain his form. 3 RBIs for Liam Ostrom, 3 hits today for him as well. 2 RBIs for Michael Hogan on the 2-run home run in the last inning. He gets hit in the helmet, and he'll head down to first. So the base is loaded here. Hogan looks all right. Didn't even really flinch other than it just hit him. So we load him up for Joey Bessemer here. Second hit batter of the inning for Camden Clark. Bases loaded full of Cougars. Bessemer can try and bust it back open. This one hit down the left field line, foul. Gave it a good swing, but just didn't straighten it enough. Bessemer, a base hit and a run scored in the 6th. He's been on twice today. Farrell at first, Ostrom at second, Hogan at first. Bessemer waits. So that one hits him in the elbow. And Canyons gets a free run off the second straight hit batter in 3rd of the inning. I think that's the end of the day for Camden Clark. And that will indeed end his day. So a rough 7th inning for Camden Clark. Canyons tunes him up for a couple of runs here as he hits 3 batters and gives up 2 base hits. The pitching change. Have it for you in just a moment. What did you say? 2-5? 3-5. Jacob Maldonado. So it'll be Jacob Maldonado, who pitched 2 1/3 yesterday with 2 hits allowed, no runs and 2 strikeouts. He'll face Brady Yeaman here, who had a 2-run home run last inning. And he'll come in inheriting the bases loaded. Never closed the book on Ashton Fitzpatrick. 6 innings for him. 6 runs, 7 hits. All 6 of them earned in the ball game. Walked just 1. Yeaman first pitch swinging, fouls it away. For Fitzpatrick, struck out a pair and gave up 3 home runs. Yeaman hits this one in the air to right field. Steinhurst coming, or left field, excuse me. Steinhurst coming in to make the play. Ostrom trying to score, will dig to the plate. It's a sacrifice fly ball for Brady Yeaman. His 3rd run batted into the ball game. There's 2 away, but he gets the job done. Productive out for Brady Yeaman. Again, Canyon's just not afraid to challenge Jaden Steinhurst, as he has not shown the ability to get anything to the plate. I wonder if he's fighting an arm injury. That arm is a long sleeve on it. So runners on the corners now for Chris Collado. As Maldonado's pitch in for a strike. Collado 1 for 3. Collado swings and misses. No balls and 2 strikes to count with 2 away. A 3-run 7th inning for Canyons after a 2-run 7th inning for Antelope Valley. Canyons 7 of their 9 runs over the last 2 innings. Collado trying to add to it here. We've seen Tyler Hahn. We've seen Wesley Yim. Collado hits this one to left field. That's going to get down for an RBI base hit in front of Steinhurst. Chris Collado is 2nd hit of the ball game, and the Canyons offense has come alive to the tune of 10 runs here. And we go to the 9-hitter in Kotaro Kuwatani with runners at 1st and 2nd. So the hit batters from Camden Clark. He's still responsible for Joey Bessemer. Maldonado has given up 2 of the 3 inherited runners he picked up. Heading the count 0-1 to Kotaro Kuwatani here. That one misses down. Canyons 10-3 when they score 10 or more runs this season. Trying to make it their 11th win. For Antelope Valley, it's been a struggle if they give up 10 or more, 2-5 this year. So far, their offense has been held in check, and the Cougars have looked like a top offense in the state with 10 runs. Kuitani down on strikes for the third time today. Canyons, though, with 4 runs. Plenty of damage there for COC. We go to the 8th. Cougars up 10-3. So after the 4-run 7th inning outburst, Ricky Sturm back on the bump. As Chris Cota decides to let him try the 8th here. 10-3 Canyons, a 7-run lead. He'll face Salcedo, Clenert, and Goosen. Salcedo's the only guy that's really, other than Drew Watkins, had Sturm's number today, 2 for 3. This one hit on the ground towards second. Big hop to Bessemer, who scoops it after he dropped it, fires to first. Good job by Bessemer to stay with it to set down Salcedo. So Sturm into the 8th for the 2nd straight outing. There's Gavin Clenert. Clenert 0 for 3, has hit the ball in the air all 3 times. Off-speed pitch misses down. Two balls and no strikes. Make it 3-0 to Gavin Clenert. So Sturm needed to battle back here. Seeing nobody loosing in the Canyons bullpen right now with the 7-run lead. Sturm's 3-0 in for a strike. See Tyler Hahn back in the dugout, so unlikely that maybe he might see some time. Maybe he was just trying to do some side work here today. This ball hit right back to Sturm, who knocks it down, flips it to first, and there's 2 away. Second time today, Ricky Sturm has fielded his position well. 2 down for Austin Goosen, who's walked, grounded out, and flown out. The crafty righty trying to get through 8, a pitch away from that potentially. This ball chopped on the ground. Big hop for Bessemer, who collects, fires high, and pulls Van Ness off the bag. An error on Joey Bessemer will extend the Antelope Valley 8th inning. Seventh error on Bessemer this season. Brings us to Jacob Baxter, who's 0 for 3 today. Sturm's first pitch misses away. Nobody heard off the air other than the fact that you had Sturm back in the dugout, maybe potentially going out for the 9th. Comes with off speed for a strike. Had a little bit of a rough run through the 6th and the 7th, did Ricky, but settles himself back in here in the 8th. 1-1 count to Jacob Baxter, with Goosen, who reached aboard after the error at first base, and it's 1-2. So a strike away from getting Canyons back into hit. Goosen stays put. This one lifted in the air, back of short. That's going to get down for a base hit. And so the inning extended here. Back to the top of the order for Cody Rawlings. Again, now you're flirting with the top of this very vaunted lineup. Rawlings a hit and a walk, 1 for 3 today. Sturm comes in with a strike. It's a 7-run lead for Canyons, but the error by Bessemer extending this inning means that you'll see Watkins, Steinhurst, and Frainer at least one more time. We're hoping to maybe only see 2 of the 3 of them, as it would have been 9-1 and 2. Sturm a strike away again. No balls and 2 strikes, 2 outs and 2 on. 10-3 in favor of Canyons. This one chopped on the ground. Van Ness collects, fires to Sturm. He dropped the baseball. Second error of the inning on Canyons. This one goes against Sturm himself. And Ryan Paramo will come out now that the bases are loaded. Tyler Hahn loosening aggressively. The infield coming to complete the conference right now. The good news, I guess, would be you see Watkins now. Maybe Steinhurst, Frainer, and Bauman. You've got 7 runs to play with here, although 4 of them potentially out. If you consider Watkins a potential one as well at the plate. Makes that 4-run 7th inning even more important for Canyon. So here's Sturm back on the bump. Delivers. Watkins, a line drive base hit. 1 run will score. A second one will come home as the ball gets by Ben Strutt. Runners will split to the corners. So Sturm thought he was out of the inning. It's an unearned run on a base hit. Rawlings moves up to third. Steinhurst comes to the plate. Baxter scores on the strut error. So now you face Steinhurst here in a 5-run ball game. He swings and fouls this one off to the right. Makes the count 1-1. Steinhurst 0 for 2 with a walk and a hit by pitch. Sturm struck him out last time he faced him in the 7th. Watkins at first with 3 stolen bases. Rawlings at third. You look ahead. Bauman, if the inning continues, would represent the tying run. Sturm trying to battle his way through it here. Extended innings always hurt. That one fouled away. That one misses just outside. The count goes full, so that means Watkins get a head start. Out of the inning twice, a ground ball to Bessemer, ground ball to Van Ness. Errors on Bessemer and Sturm. This one hit on the ground towards short. Kuwatani fumbles with it, throws one low. And they're able to get the tag on the foot. Great play by Van Ness to scoop it and tag Steinhurst and end the inning. 2 more runs across for Antelope Valley, both of them unearned. And it's a 10-5 ball game as we go to the home half of the 8th. So a defensive aided 2-run 8th inning for Antelope Valley makes it an interesting game now. 10-5 as Canyons will go to the top of the order here. I believe there's a pitching change. We were just discussing some scoring issues. Bo Parisi is in there. He faces Ben Strutt. Maldonado just 2/3 of an inning. Strutt down on strikes. So a tough day for Ben Strutt. Parisi pumps the zone with a strike against Van Ness. For Parisi this season, 8 appearances, an ERA of 15.63. In 6 1/3, he's given up 11 runs, walked 9 and struck out 11. Van Ness hit by a pitch and scored in the 7th. Tough day for Strutt, 0 for 5 at the plate. This ball hit down the left field line, foul. Maldonado, 2/3 of an inning, 1 hit, 1 strikeout. Came in to finish out the 8th. That one hits Van Ness. Second time today, Van Ness has been hit by a pitch in the 2nd straight inning. This is where Antelope Valley got themselves into trouble last inning. Van Ness hit by a pitch. Here's Reed Farrell, a couple of singles and a couple of runs scored today. That one fouled off into Rollings. Eric Insanas, one of our excellent athletic trainers, going to come out and check on the catcher here. Dr. Brian Moses, Rob Paramo both out there as well. Paramo, of course, works with the catchers here for College of the Canyons. Rolling is going to walk it off a little bit here. I think just hit him in a spot that no guy likes to get hit in. Yeah, that definitely looks like that's what that is. Maybe. And that's one of the very few areas that's unprotected on a catcher. Farrell checks on him here. Gives him a little fist bump, make sure he's all right. So 1 strike count here to Reed Farrell. With 1 away and Van Ness at first. Parisi back up on the rubber. Van Ness in motion. Pitch down and away. Van Ness has second base swiped. Pretty good throw by Rollings. Good time to run right after he got the foul ball into him. For Van Ness, just his 7th steal of the season. Canyons does not run a lot, just their 53rd stolen base of the year. But now Farrell has a runner in scoring position in a 5-run ball game here in the 8th. Parisi's off speed in for a strike. Farrell going to take a walk. Thought it was ball 2. Instead it's strike 2, and it makes it 1-2. That one in the dirt. Past Rollings. Van Ness will get to third. It's a wild pitch. Fourth of the season on Parisi, so we'll keep an eye now. Farrell has a 2-2 count. Thank you, 2-2. Scoreboard was fooling me again, saying it was 2-1. Farrell swings and pokes this one towards short. Van Ness gonna score. A productive out for Farrell. As there was not much Baxter could do. Farrell didn't hit it very hard. Baxter fired to first. Clenert able to hold on, but it's an RBI ground out. It adds a Canyons run. Unconventional, but works nonetheless. A stolen base, a wild pitch, a ground ball. Here's Liam Ostrom. 3 hits today in the ball game. Has been on all 4 times he's come to the plate. First pitch misses down. The 2-run home run back in the 4th. An RBI single in the 7th. A hard hit single to left field in the 6th to split them. And hits here with 2 away and nobody on. Swings and hits this in the air to center field. Salcedo going back. He will not have a play on it. Ostrom has his 2nd of the game. A solo job here in the 8th. It looked for a second like Salcedo might have a beat on it. And the ball just kept carrying, so Liam Ostrom busts out in a big way his 4th hit of the day. His 4th RBI of the day. On his 2nd home run. Canyons gets both the runs that were given up in the 8th right back. And here's Michael Hogan, who's had a 2-run home run himself today. And has scored a pair of times. Balls in 1 strike to count to Hogan. Parisi's off speed. Cue balled into the Antelope Valley screen in front of the dugout. Hogan waits on an 0-2. Doesn't chase. Strike 3 called on the inside corner. Saprisi gives up 2. Hogan down on strikes. Canyons gets the 2 runs back. They lead 12-5. We go to the 9th. Tyler Hahn in to try and finish this out for Canyons, as Ricky Sturm gives him 8 innings, 5 runs on 8 hits. Pretty solid outing for him. Hahn went 6, gave up 6 hits, 5 runs, 4 of them earned with 3 strikeouts on Tuesday. He'll face Frainer, Bauman, and Salcedo. The book on Ricky Sturm today, 8 innings pitched. As we said, 8 hits, 5 runs. Just 3 of the 5 earned. Had too many walks in the ball game in terms of against 4. Only struck out 2. But leaves with the lead, and that's the most important thing. 1 ball and 1 strike the count here to Frainer. The right-hander Hahn trying to finish it off. An off-speed pitch in for a strike. Two-strike pitch upcoming to Frainer. That one a fair ball just inside the right field line. Frainer headed towards second base. He'll be in with a stand-up double to lead things off here in the 9th inning. So Frainer just hooks one inside the right field line. Here's Connor Bauman 0 for 4 today. Swings at the first pitch and fouls it away. Really solid day for Ricky Sturm. Back-to-back outings of 8 or more innings. Yeah, you give up 5 runs, but you do your job, and it should have been less than that. Should have been out of the 8th without anything against, but regardless, you'll take it. And Hahn trying to close it out. He's ahead in the count here to Bauman, 0-2. Nobody hurt by the double right now in a 7-run ball game. This ball lifted in the air to deep left center field, but playable for Ben Strutt, who will get on it. Frainer stays at second base. Bauman down. A loud fly ball out, but a fly ball out nonetheless. One away for Hahn this season. That's been one of the problems. 19 home runs against this year. An ERA of 6.54 and 75 2/3. But he's only walked 11 guys, struck out 38. He's been really good consistently at making sure the ball does get in play, not giving away free passes. Keeping the defense involved. It's just too many home runs, and granted, Mike Gillespie Field, a launching pad this season. Frainer away from second. Salcedo at the plate. Fouls this into the Antelope Valley dugout, and it's 0-2. Salcedo a pair of hits and 4 at-bats. Both singles. Stole a base as well back in the second, but was stranded there at that time. Canyons can secure third here as they'd hold the tiebreak over Antelope Valley. Right now the Marauders 25-13, but 11-9 in conference play. Canyons 10-10, Bakersfield 10-10. Down on strikes is Salcedo. 2 away. Good pitch from Tyler Hahn. First strikeout of the day for the righty. 2 down and AVC down to their final out. Would need a whale of a 2-out rally here with Gavin Clinert coming to the plate, who's 0 for 4. Frainer stands at second base with the leadoff double. Hahn's first delivery to Klinert, fouled away. Wonder if I can find that quickly. To look ahead and see if the 3C2A website will cooperate with me. If Bakersfield is in, I don't think we're going to get to that point. As this ball lifted in the air to right center field, Ben Strutt calls it, makes the play. That'll end the ball game. Canyons with a big win. They get to 11 or 11-10 in conference play. They take it 12-5. They've secured third place, or a tie for third place with Antelope Valley in the Western State Conference. Bakersfield, they hold the tiebreak over both Antelope Valley and Bakersfield, so now you're talking about there is a possibility of an opening round road game potentially for College of the Canyons in the 3C2A playoffs. It's an outside shot, but you did what you could here late. Couple of series wins late. They take it 12-5, 12 runs on 11 hits, 3 errors on Canyons, 5 runs, 9 hits, an error on Antelope Valley. The Cougars get the win. Good game from Ricky Sturm as they take it. And that'll do it for us. Maybe we'll see on Tuesday. We'll see if softball has a home game. If not, we thank you for joining us all season long. We've really enjoyed having you, and we really look forward to next year as always, though the summertime is a nice break for us. For Gigi Monteforte, who's been our director during baseball, softball season, I'm Matt Robinson. Thank you very much, everybody. Have a good one.